Hello, epic hero. I've actually wanted to share this with you for a long time. It's my health and wellness journal. It's not a bullet journal, okay? I don't do bullet journals. It's so basic. Except I do. 2 years ago, I was in a really bad mental health place, and I got a therapist, and they let me know that one of the best things I could do for my mental health was to journal. I don't know if it was just because of me personally, because I told them two of my favorite things were writing and drawing, and they said, well, you can write and draw about yourself. Your homework every day is to write about yourself and draw yourself, how you see yourself, things like that. And I literally was like, I cannot think of a worse thing. I just did not want to do it. And it's weird because my whole life I'd loved journaling, but I suddenly stopped about that time. And I do think it was because I just lost perspective on who I saw myself as. So I was writing how my body felt each day, what my mental state was on a scale of 1 to 10, and how much exercise, how much social interaction, and what I ate. I think a therapist was also recommending for me to do that. So it was really simple, and it was something to keep me a little bit on track, just like sleep, food, social, and workout, And I know it was really helpful, but when I started getting to a better place mentally, I was like, well, that was for when I was doing really bad. I'm doing okay now. I don't need to do that anymore. And I stopped. I tried to keep up the journaling, just the normal journaling. And also I kind of started keeping a journal both on YouTube, hello, and on Instagram of the positive moments in my life. That was what became sort of my therapy that I was doing with myself to, help my recovery and my ever constant journey towards, living my best life. That became that for me. So I stopped really doing this. Until I do not remember what sparked it. I know that I've had ups and downs, in my recovery process, and even though I've been doing a lot better for the past year, I had ups and downs and dips and confusing things. So I started this again. First of all, I know I got this journal as some kind of holiday gift, either a birthday gift or a Christmas gift from someone, because I always get journals from people like that. So whoever gave me this one, thank you. And also thank you to anyone who's ever given me a journal, because I had so many lying around that was another motivator for me to pick it back up and actually follow through on this advice given to me. I think what started happening was I started falling a little bit back into patterns of binge eating that I'd had when I was a teenager. So I was like, I remember I used to track my food. Maybe that would help me. What started happening is, at the end of a week, I laid it all out in a way where I could see what I had eaten every day, whether or not I had jogged, whether or not I had alcohol, and if I had been socializing and stuff like that. And I looked at it and saw very clear correlations between my happiness level and my habits. Yeah, I know, super shocking. I wanted to be seeing what habits were actually contributing to my happiness and what weren't, regardless of whether or not it had anything to do with weight or anything like that. Because who cares if you're thin if you're unhappy? You want to be thin because you want to be happy. That's your thought process. And if you track your habits, you find out that being thin is not making you happy, then you gotta look at the logic and be like, well then, do I want to be happy? Yes, everyone wants to be happy, so let's reassess. Maybe eating a certain amount of food or healthy diet is making you happy. Maybe we can check with our mood tracker. I started getting a lot of things done. I started getting closer and closer to my goals for the new year, and that was exciting me. Whenever I was starting having a panic attack, I would break down what I was actually worried about and write down what I could do to help myself move forward, what steps I needed to do, what I could actually control, if I need to set a boundary with someone, or if I just need to let it go and let them do their own thing. So I started thinking out loud in here, but breaking things down by like pros and cons and all those kinds of things. And then I started having like goals for the summer. I started realizing that I was missing last summer was getting out and doing things a lot more. So I set myself a goal for the summer. Oh, I haven't even looked at this in a while. About this time, I don't remember how this started. I think I was just looking for new YouTubers, and I stumbled across some habit tracking, life improvement channels that, oh my goodness, like, I am in love with them. Can you be in love with a YouTube channel? I found several channels about living your best life, about like self-care, about finding out what actually makes you happy. If it's a lot of times things like going off of alcohol or caffeine, you're living more minimalistically, finding the few things in your life that you actually want to do and only working on those things, identifying toxic people and setting boundaries with them, communication, organizing your life, setting budgets so you can actually save that money that you want to save. You can actually become that person that you want to become, figuring out what you actually want in life, valuing your own needs. Oh my goodness, beautiful, beautiful channels that just like, they just shower me with the self-care, which is what I need to thrive. I still have a problem in my heart feeling guilty for trying to get what I want, asking for what I want, like trying to get to the life that I want to live, doing anything for me. It's just so refreshing to like be in the even YouTube community of other people that are like, no, we all need to be taking care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves first, other people will be left to pick up what we didn't of ourselves. And who's better to take care of ourselves than us? So let's take care of ourselves. Moral to the story. We have this cool little graph over here. Here's one I can definitely show you because it's very generic, but it's like, you know, how you feel you're doing in these different areas of your life and like what you might need to improve on. Some yeah, pretty suspiciously bullet journal-esque looking pages here. Oh, look, doodles. That's nice. And so it just gets to where I like tracked my whole happiness in the month of June. Until now, I've gone full this mode. I started a gratitude page, like for real. What I'm finding with all this is that it's helping me realize what I want. It's helping me stay focused. It's helping me realize that not just with my eating, but with everything, that if I mess up one day, I'm still making overall progress. It's helping me realize how to make myself happy. What the heck? I'm already like halfway through the book, and for some reason that makes me feel accomplished. Who knew that I was a list person? I thought I was super spontaneous and chaotic. But I think because I am super spontaneous and chaotic, this helps me feel the freedom to be that way because I have it all in here. I think something about organized people that is true. And maybe they're not just like more motivated and love organization as much as the fact that they're worse at planning, and so they have to do it in order to function as a human. It was getting to the point, like right before I kind of restarted this health journal again, I was like missing days of work. I was having to call in sick because of really bad mental health based on pushing myself to my limit with social interactions, based on drinking and having hangovers the next day, based on eating foods that were really bad for my stomach. I have really sensitive stomach. I'm not sure what it is. Like IBS, I guess. It like kind of shocks me that I have my job still now because I've somehow been able to keep up, like go to work every day and not call in. And part of that's because of this. That's one reason this became super necessary. And it's like I have to be in an okay state of mind most of the time in order to go to work and function like a human. And this list thingy is helping me. Doing yoga, running, checking my habits, studying math, because I started to study math every day now. And this is not to say that I don't ever slip up on my habits. In fact, that's one of the biggest parts of it. I slip up every week. on something, whether it's missing math or yoga or jogging 1 or 2 days, whether it's overeating or eating things I wasn't supposed to. But it's not about getting everything perfect. It's about if things are bad enough, off track enough that they are affecting my day-to-day life, I can look at them and figure out ways to make things easier for myself. If it weren't for this, I don't think I would have been able to fathom the fact of like keeping a budget, because how? But because I did this, I started realizing I could be organized, and because I make a ritual out of it, like every Wednesday morning I sit down with my chocolate, my dark chocolate, and my tea, I get my cozy clothes, I give myself the morning off from jogging, and I just sit there and I watch my, organization porn, list porn videos, and then I just like fill out my journal, and it's my meditative time, and it's my time to reassess how I'm doing. It's time to ask my body, how are you feeling? It's time to look back over what I've done in the week and love myself when I made a mistake, and praise myself when I did something good. It's time to reassess my goals. If I need to change anything up, it's time to look at how far I've come when I didn't know that I'd come that far. It's just become like a beautiful part of my life.